Hello, it's Johnny from the Galaxy Raceway, and do you know what? I was up in Yorkshire earlier in the week. In fact, I went to a place called Toyland and bought a bunch of Hot Wheels. Now, Toyland, this one is based in Huddersfield, but they've got a couple up in Yorkshire. And if you don't know where Yorkshire is, then think about where London might be and where Glasgow might be, and think about directly in the middle. That is where Huddersfield is, along with Bradford and that. Now, this is a Pronto, a Chrysler Pronto. I love the red, and this is from the Flames pack, so they're all going to have flames down the side. A black Camaro, loving that. And then also we've got a Dodge Viper. Now, you might notice that the cars kind of roll around by themselves. That's because I was on the train when I recorded this video. I just wanted to get them out and record it all and kind of unbox them before I got home, or otherwise Finn would have had a field day unboxing them and they wouldn't be recorded. El Camino there, the orange one with black flames, and I love the wheels on that one. Nice and orangey, I'd say. Yeah. I've never seen an El Camino, sorry, in real life. So here is the Muscle Cars pack, and managed to open this one with not a problem. The one before, kind of had to try and open with one hand because I didn't know what to do on my camera. But anyway, here we go. First one to come out of that pack was the 64 Impala. I've got two Impalas today. The first one though is this lovely black one, and I love how the gold lines go down the side. I don't know if there's a name for that. I'm not really a car person, but I love Hot Wheels for some reason. Ever since Finn has been playing with his Hot Wheels, I've kind of got into it now and joined in. That's proof of its Impala-ness, by the way. Now this one is a Firebird, a Pontiac Firebird. I did have an older Firebird. It was a bit tatty though, and recently Finn lost it on the bus. I'll tell you about that in a minute. This one is a Chevy Nomad, and again, lovely and red with some lovely flames down the side. I like these kind of cars. I'm not really used to seeing those ones. I've got a Ford Fairlane as well, which I quite like the look of. Like boxy cars. This also is one of my favourite for the colours. This one is a 74 Dodge Charger. I've got a couple of other Chargers. Finn's got some as well, but actually I quite like the green on this. I don't know what it is about green. Sometimes it kind of gets me. And this one is a gold Mustang. Look at that, trying to keep hold of it and make sure the train doesn't go to the side. Now, I normally go for cars like this. Well, I say normally. Basically, the cars that we have in the UK, or at least at places like Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Morrison's, they don't seem to be these good. They all seem to be like standard things. This is a Beetle, and it's got a matte coat. It's kind of like not shiny, and that's a Golf GTI. Which I also like the look of. I kind of bought the Volkswagen pack because I wanted to get hold of the Beetle and the 181 Type, so we will see that one in a minute. But yeah, this is the cool combi. Not sure if that's water or flames on the side, but we'll find out. Yeah, Finn lost his bag on the bus, which had about 7 of my cars and a couple of his, including his roller toaster, so he does continually apologise for losing that for some reason. I have to say to him, don't worry about it, it's fine, but next day just do it again. 181 Type Volkswagen, never seen one of these in real life, but it looks pretty cool. It looks a little bit like a 2CV, and Finn's already got one of these, a green new Beetle. My one's nice and shiny though, so maybe it'll win in a race. Now, moving on to the single cars now, and I did this on a different train. You know, one of those seats that pull down, not one of the seats, sorry, one of the trays that pulls down from the back of a seat. I don't know if you have those in different countries, but in the UK we have that. Now this one is a 52 Chevy, and what I liked about it when I opened it up, I didn't really realise it beforehand, but it's got a matte finish on it as well, so it looks really cool. A couple of days later, actually, I got Finn one of these, a purple one, so now he likes to play with his one and has races both together with these going down the track. So yeah, I really like this one. It was the first one when I came home that night. I came back about 11 o'clock and went in, snuck into his room, was like, look at these, custom 53 Chevy now, and I really like this one especially on its bonnet, because I don't know if you'd be able to see it much when it turns around, but it's kind of a bit see-through through the engine, where the engine lives. So if you can have a look there, look. Maybe I'll try and get more detail when we do a race with it later on, I'm sure, after the heats we've currently got are done. There are quite a few heats to go left still. We're on heat 3. If you've not had a watch of that, then look back at the videos we've done before. This is the second El Camino we've got today. The first one was the orange one with the flames. This one is a red one with a white going down the side, trying to make sure that the cars don't go everywhere. Luckily at this point I was in a train station and the train wasn't moving because it was delayed. So there's that one there, the El Camino. I'm pretty sure I used to have one of these when I was a little kid. A bit like this. I want to say it was orange though, but I don't know if that's just my memory playing tricks. And the 64 Impala, the second one, the black and white one. Again, I like this. I wanted to pick out some cool cars. I didn't want to pick out ones that were plain or anything really. I wanted something that was that looked really cool, and I thought this one did. Good replacement for the ones that went missing. Now, yeah, I did actually have an original Pontiac Firebird, but it was black for some reason. It was a 67 Firebird, but for some reason it was black. And from what I could tell when I did a search, they didn't do it in black. So whether it got painted or something, I have no clue. Now, you can't go into a toy shop and go and get yourself a bunch of cars without getting your son a bunch of cars. A Fangula, that's what I got for him, that one, and I also got him a Bone Shaker. We didn't actually get to see these in our local shops, like as the Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Morrison's. They don't really have them, and also even in Smith's. They didn't even have the Smith's Toy Superstore, not the W.H. Smith version. Custom 67 Firebird, Pontiac Firebird, to replace my red one that got lost in Finn's bag debacle there. Finn was very pleased to see that I came back with a bunch of cars. I went into his room at 11 o'clock in the night and showed him all, and he was happy as Larry. So anyway, if you liked the video, press like, don't forget to share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, bye.